Welcome. Let's find a comfortable seat and start to wobble through the shoulders, the jaw. Either finding a soft gazing point or allow the eyelids to close. Let the brow be smooth. The eyes soften. The jaw dangles from the ears. Base of the tongue softens and widens. And if that stretches out the tongue and jaw, you're welcome to allow that base of the tongue softening and widening. Observing a hollowness across the upper palate. And can you maintain that as the lips lightly close, teeth apart? Observing the breath passing across the base of the nostrils. When I mention the base of the nostrils, because there's a direct channel from the base of the nostrils to the pit of the abdomen. Observing the journey of the breath. Observing the rhythm of the breath as if you're watching the waves of the ocean. And can you add the dimension of the breath widening? As if the breath were an accordion, expanding away from the spine as you inhale, as it fills with air, drawing toward the spine as you exhale. Accordion breathing. Two more breaths here. With your next inhale, wiggle the tips of your fingers and toes. Place a hand on your heart, a hand on your belly. Noticing the nurturing quality of this gesture. Hands to heart center. Soft bow. Release your palms. Open your eyes, slowly raise your chin. Wiggle the tips of your fingers and toes. Say hello to your legs, our foundation, our feet. When we feel our foundation, then the rest of us can feel more relaxed because we know we're supported by our foundation, by our legs and our feet. Well, let's come on to our backs and hug your knees in a comfortable way. Could be knees together or knees slightly apart. Just depends on your hip structure. Rock side to side. Place the feet down under the knees. Widen the soles of the feet. Circle the shoulders back and down. Give the hips a little wiggle. And then place the palms flat down. Maintain the natural curve of the low spine. We're going to start to warm up the core. So we inhale into the pit of the abdomen, and as you exhale, keep the hips down. Just draw the navel in and up, lifting through the pelvic floor. Inhaling into the belly, exhale. Lifting the pelvic floor in and up, maintaining the natural curve of the low spine. Notice if the shoulders and jaw want to help. You can let them relax, focusing your awareness on the belly, expanding and contracting with the rhythm of the breath. One more. And then we'll pick up the right knee, seal the left palm to that right thigh, keeping the knee in line with that same side hip. Place the right hand on that right lower belly so you can feel the movement of the belly. The inhale, the belly expands. The exhale, we're sealing the left hand to that right thigh, creating resistance as we seal them together. The navel draws in. The more you resist that thigh, as the hand seals to the thigh, the more you'll feel this in the right lower abdominals. And can you imagine a stream of breath trailing across the right hip crease as you exhale? One more. Beautiful. Place that foot down, wiggle the knees. Other side. Pick up the left knee, seal the right hand into that left thigh, close to the knee, left hand on that lower belly. Inhale, the belly rises, exhale, sealing the hand into the thigh. The more you seal the hand into the thigh, the more contraction you'll feel in the left lower belly. Maintaining the natural curve of the spine. Lips lightly closed, teeth apart. An oceanic sound now across the throat. And then release, wiggle the knees. Hug the knees in. Circle the shoulders back and down. Release the jaw. I can stick out the tongue. Lips lightly closed, teeth apart. Start to circle the knees slowly away from each other. Lips lightly closed, teeth apart. Oceanic sound across the throat for both the inhale and the exhale. Reverse the direction of the circles. Continue with this breathing through the duration of the practice as is comfortable for you. It's a balancing breath, Ujjayi breath. Lips lightly closed, teeth apart, oceanic sound across the throat. Beautiful. And now let's go ahead and cross the right thigh over the left. And when to inhale here, exhale, we're going to bring the knees in and then open the arms wide, and we're going to find eagle, It's basically eagle on our back. So the right leg is in front, so now we're going to cross the left arm in front and maybe seal the fingers into the palms, or you can hold the shoulders. Elbows slightly up, shoulders down. Head in line with the spine. So we're going to take some crunches here. Inhale here. Exhale, lift the shoulders, elbows towards the knees, navel in. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Neck is long. Ujjayi breath, oceanic sound across the throat. In your mind's eye, watch the movement of the belly. Two more. Beautiful. And release. And then just let the knees go out and in, just releasing the hips. You can even use your hands to just like push the thighs back and forth. And we'll take the other side, cross the left thigh over the right. Inhale here, exhale, bring the knees in, open the arms wide. Exhale, cross the right arm in front. Sealing the fingers into the palm or hugging yourself. Elbows up, shoulders down. Watch the movement of the belly. Inhale. Exhale. Lifting the head and chest up. Letting the breath move you. Oceanic sound across the throat. Let's do two more. Beautiful. Lower down, undo, bring the feet down. Again, use your hands, just kind of push the thighs back and forth, loosening the hips. And now use your thumbs to lengthen the buttocks, flesh forward, stretch the legs long, flex the feet. Extend the arms overhead, palms facing each other. And we'll take a banana stretch. We're going to walk the feet over to the right and the arms over to the right. Palms facing each other. Lift through the pelvic floor. Inner thighs roll towards each other. Lengthen the buttocks, flesh forward. Observe the accordion breath here. The accordion breath, stretching the muscles between the ribs, expanding your capacity for the breath. As you exhale, there's a slight lift of the pelvic floor. Walk your feet back to center and then over to the other side. Palms facing each other. Observe the accordion breath here. It's already happening. You're just observing it. Oceanic sound across the throat. The breath deepening your capacity to hold the breath. And then walk it back to center. Bend your knees in, slide your arms wide, hug the knees in, rock side to side. Final position on our backs here. Keep holding the right knee, stretch the left leg long. Hugging that right knee in toward the right shoulder, shoulders drawn down. Inhale here. Exhale, lift your head and chest straight up and extend through the left leg. Neck is long. Observe the belly's relationship with that right thigh as you breathe. Either stay here or reach the hands forward. Either stay here or stretch the leg up. Hands behind the head if the leg is stretched long. Imagine you're standing on the earth with your feet lifting up off of the earth, lifting the inner and outer arches off of the earth. Neck is long. Can you find your accordion breath here? Two more breaths. lips, maybe a smile on your face. Beautiful. Hug the knees in, lower down, knees together, circle the knees to the right for dessert on the low back. Inhale through the nose, exhale, softening through the mouth. Other side. Place the right foot down, hug your left knee in toward that same side hip. Stretch the right leg long, shoulders plugged into the earth. Inhaling here, exhale. Navel to the spine, lift your head and chest up to the thigh, extend through the right leg. Neck is long. Observe the belly's relationship with the thigh as you breathe. Either stay here or reach the hands forward. Either stay here or stretch the leg up. If the legs are stretched, hands behind the head, neck long. Imagine you're standing on the earth, like on a grassy earth. How does the grassy earth feel standing, lifting yourself off of it? Observing the accordion breath. Oceanic sound across the throat. Every exhale, lifting the shoulder blades up off the mat. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Hug the knees in, knees together, circle them to the left. Dessert on the low back. Inhale through the nose, exhale, softening through the mouth. Beautiful. Hug your knees in. So we're going to come up to sitting, option to rock forward and back on your back a few times or roll to your side. If you're on your back, notice how this feels along your spine, how this movement feels, how the earth feels. We'll come up, balance. Relax shoulders. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm warming up already. Okay. Come on to our shins. Toes straight back. Can you spread through all 10 toenails? Lengthen the buttocks, flush down. Interlace your fingers. Inhale. Exhale, press forward. Outer arms roll down. Inhale, the arms up. Shoulders floating up. Exhale, outer arms roll forward. Observing the accordion breath, widening, filling out the back ribs. As you exhale, outer arms roll forward, soften the front ribs. Lips lightly closed, teeth apart, oceanic sound across the throat. One more deep inhale, exhale, we'll release, sticking out the tongue, feeling the ocean air on the tongue. So free, spacious, free shoulders, fingers. Horse lips. Okay. So we're going to find hands and knees, but I'm going to have you on the sand here, turn around so that you're facing the other way, so that your hands are a little bit higher. So you'll place your hands underneath the shoulders, parallel the pointer fingers. And can you imagine that you're holding the heart of the earth, feeling into the heart of the earth, outer arms roll back, starting your cat-cows, your inhale, shoulder sliding down. Exhale, navel to the spine. Noticing how your own heartbeat is an extension of the heartbeat of Mama Earth. Lips lightly closed, teeth apart. Oceanic sound across the throat. 2 more rounds. Be moving a little slower. Inhale to a neutral spine, and then exhale, just look back at your tail on one side, your big bushy rainbow unicorn tail. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, look back at your tail on the other side. As you inhale, come forward. Again, we'll look back the first side. Inhaling forward. Exhale, the other side. Beautiful. Inhale forward. And then we'll find an extended child's pose. Big toes together, knees slightly apart. Beyond the fingertips extended forward, elbows lifted. Inhale, exhale, sit the hips down. And you feel your accordion breath here. Stretching the muscles between the ribs, deepening your capacity for the breath. Inhale, look forward. Back to tabletop. Placing your palms flat. Feeling into your connection with the earth. Outer arms rolling back. We're going to find a wrist warm up before downward dog. Bring the forearms down. Slightly draw the navel in to protect the low back. Start to tap your hands. Continue tapping as you lift the elbows. Let's get your arms as straight as you can now as you keep tapping. And now place your hands, all 10 fingers evenly feeling into the energy of the earth. Outer arms rolling back. Inhale, tuck the toes. And exhale, lift your knees and hips up and back for a bent knee downward dog. You can pedal the knees. Notice each finger's connection into the earth. Open to receive more energy from the earth. Observe the breath passing across the throat. And then go ahead and walk your feet a little forward and your hands back to your feet. Bend your knees, grab your elbows, hang forward with bent knees. Space through the hips, space through the shoulders. Switch the crossing of your arms. Can you find the accordion breath here? Letting the accordion breathe you. Releasing the arms with bent knees, slowly roll up to standing. Soften the knees. Inhale, soft like a wave, rolling the fingers, palms, shoulders open. Just a couple of times, just feeling like a little wave rolling through your shoulders. And on this next inhale, the wave will sweep the shoulders overhead. You're just following the shape of the wave with your shoulders, exhaling wide and down. Walk forward now to downward facing dog. Feeling that primal animal within you, feeling the earth. And then we'll bend the knees a few inches as we inhale. Exhale, pulling the hips back for a long spine. Inhale, bending the knees a few inches, finding a longer spine. Exhale, imagine someone holding the backs of your hips, pulling your hips back. Observe the belly's relationship with the thighs as you breathe. One more breath here. And then let's bring the knees down, and we'll find child's pose. Big toes together, knees slightly apart. If you'd like more of a back stretch, have your knees a little closer together, softening down. You can imagine I just put a comforter over you. Enjoy these next 2 breaths under the comforter. Inhale, rounding yourself up. And then for those of you here on the beach, let's have you turn around and crawl around. And let's extend the right heel out. We're going to turn the left toes in. So the left toes are kind of like child's pose. The right leg is out. And we're going to walk forward equidistant between the legs very lightly on the fingertips. Curiously checking out the horizon there. Inhale. Exhale, sit back even just a little bit like you're sitting in a chair. And you can notice if you round your spine more, it's more of a back stretch. And if you lengthen the spine a little more, get more of a leg, inner groin, leg stretch. And you find your accordion breath here, just observe that it is already happening. Oceanic sound across the throat. One more breath here. Beautiful. Walk your hands center, and now slide that leg around like a semicircle all the way back. Heel side to side. Push the heel back a couple times. We'll slide that knee in and switch legs. Left heel out, toes up, right toes in just slightly. Walk yourself equidistant between the legs, very lightly on the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, sit back like you're sitting in a chair. Observe your accordion breath. And you can explore if where your hands are is you're not feeling much. You could walk it more towards center or towards just exploring, seeing what spot feels like a good stretch for you. One more breath here. And then walk your hands back towards center. Slide the leg around, back, heel side to side. Push the heel back a couple times. Beautiful. Wiggle the hips. We're going to just take one downward dog all the way to standing. So place the hands under the shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale, tuck the toes. Lift the knees and hips up and back. Look forward. Inhale, exhale. Step the feet forward. Inhale, lengthen forward as you pull the floor back with bent knees. Exhale, fold down with soft knees. Inhale, sweeping up like a wave, rising up and widening down, following the wave all the way down. Hands to the heart. Release the palms, turn the palms open. Okay. Let's going to find crescent, which you can do right where you are. We're going to bring our hands to our heart, shoulders softening down. Just wiggle your knees, lift through the pelvic floor. You can tuck it a little too forward, see how that feels, and then arch it, see how that feels, and then find center towards balance, as if your pelvis were holding a bowl of soup. You don't want it to spill either way. You're holding it center. Inner thighs roll towards each other as you're holding that pelvic bowl of soup, shoulders relaxed. Inhale now, the arms opening wide, sitting back. And then we'll step our right leg back. Hands to the hips. That front knee is going to bend. Leaning slightly forward. Inhale here, accordion breath. Exhale, point the tailbone down as you come up. Yeah. And we're going to bend the back knee a couple of inches. Maintain the height as we extend through the back heel. So inhale, bend the back knee. Exhale, extend the heel. We're stretching right in that hip flexor. I like to have the thumbs right on the top of the buttocks flesh. Inhale, exhale, extend. One more. Beautiful. Feel the feet. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, wide. Following the movement of the waves of breath. Your body is just taking the shape of the waves of the breath. Two more. Let's exhale the next one through our mouth, the breath steaming off our tongue. Beautiful. Leaning forward, slide the front foot in a little and the back foot forward. Come upright and soften through the shoulders. Just take a moment. You can imagine you're floating in the water, water floating through the shoulders, where the shoulders would meet the rib cage. Water flowing through where the hips would meet the thighs, water flowing. Hands to the heart. Shoulders softening down, inner thighs roll towards each other, your pelvic floor holding that soup bowl level. Inhale, open wide, sitting back, and we'll step our left leg back. This could take a few steps back, hands to the hips. Feel your feet point, lengthen the buttocks flesh down with your thumbs. Inhale, filling the back body. Exhale, lift through the pelvic floor as you come up. Inhale, bend the back knee a few inches. Exhale, just extend the heel. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend the heel. Oceanic sound across the throat. One more. Feel your feet. Inhale. You can explore the palms up or down. Letting this movement be holding the breath, allowing the shape of the breath to flow through you. Two more. You could even explore slowing down. Exhaling this next one through the mouth. Leaning forward, slide your front foot in, back foot forward. Come upright. Standing, feeling the ocean flowing across the shoulders, shoulders floating away from the ribs, thighs floating away from the hip bones. Beautiful. Okay. I'm going to actually take this off because the sun is coming out. Okay. Going to have our hips continue to be parallel. Inner thighs roll towards each other. As you exhale, lift through the pelvic floor, holding that bowl of soup in your pelvis, hands to the heart. Inhaling wide. Exhale, we're going to once again step our right leg back, but this time the legs will be straight. The right toes angling in towards 2 o'clock, about 4 feet, 3 or 4 feet wide. Inner thighs roll towards each other. So we're going to find a hamstring stretch option into a twisting triangle. Inhale here, exhale, pull the hips back. And place the right fingertips down. Accordion breath. Widen the soles of the feet. Either stay here, inhale, or exhale, rotating the rib cage toward the thigh, opening up. And you can rotate and keep the hand in the hip crease, or open across the shoulders. Feel the earth more with the feet, curiously feeling the feel of the ground beneath you. Shining out like a star. One more breath here. Exhale the hand down, and then step the back foot in. Let the head hang. Just let your spine relax now. Sway side to side. With bent knees, slowly round up. Wiggle the hips, shoulders. Circle the shoulders. Other side. Hands to the hips. Inhale wide. Exhale, step your left leg back. Toes pointing, back toes angled towards 2 o'clock. Inner thighs roll towards each other. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, pulling the right hip crease back, fingertips down. Inner thighs roll towards each other. Feeling your accordion breath widening. Exhale, softening. Another breath here. Widening. Option to start to rotate as you exhale the rib cage toward the thigh. The hand can stay on the low belly. Or breath fills and expands the rib cage. Exhale, exhale, rib cage reveals the right shoulder. Two more breaths. Lips lightly closed, teeth apart. Oceanic sound across the throat. Beautiful. Facing down now, bend that front knee, step the back foot in, and just hang down. Just go, let your spine just sway side to side, release the neck. Deep breath, inhale, exhale, softening, space in the hips, space in the shoulders, and then slowly round yourself up. Wiggle the knees, the shoulders. Okay, pick up one leg, shake it, and the other one. All right, let's come on to our shins. And we're going to find gate pose. We'll stretch our left leg to the side. Stretching our whole side body here. We're going to open up the right palm, inhale. Up and over, bottom fingertips go past the knee joint. Head in line with the spine. Observing the accordion breath here. Oceanic sound across the throat. One more breath here. Inhale, floating up. Exhale, down. Other side. Inhale, rotates the palm open, sweeping a rainbow up and over you. Head in line with the spine. Observing the oceanic breath. And observing the accordion breath. The inhale floating up. Exhale, down. Wiggle the hips. Let's sit. You can face either towards me. All right, let's have everyone face in towards me. Well, I'll be on the same leg. So yeah, Julie, let's have you face this way. And then Lori, you can choose. So let's all bend our left knee in, straighten your right leg out. Widen the sole of your right foot, drawing that left heel toward the same side hip. Place your left hand on that lower belly. So you're doing the same, So place your left hand across the belly. Inhaling, and you could be wherever is most comfortable for you. Inhale, accordion breath. As you exhale, and the accordion draws in toward the spine, rotate the rib cage to the left and release the back shoulder behind you. Fingertips just touching the earth, maybe just the pinky and ring, middle fingertips touching the earth. Observing the accordion breath. From the waistline all the way behind the shoulders. Expanding and softening. With your inhale, look forward, slide your back hand in, undo the leg, wiggle the toes, hips, and we'll switch sides. Bend your right knee in, placing your left hand across that shin, hug your belly with your right hand, shoulders softening down, inhale. Exhale, sliding the belly, rib cage open. Just a few fingertips, pinky ring on the ground. Lips lightly closed, teeth apart, oceanic sound across the throat. Two more breaths here. Following the movement of the breath. The inhale, looking forward, undoing, looking forward, wiggling out. And we'll set up for a camel. If you're on a decline going down and you'd rather turn around, you're welcome to do that. All the toes straight back, spread through the pinky toenail as much as the big toe. And same thing as when we are standing, inner thighs roll back, lifting through the pelvic floor, holding that bowl of soup with your pelvis there. And then hands on the hips, inhale, shoulders back, elbows in, point the tailbone down, observing the accordion breath. Either keep the hands where they are, or you can extend them back, rotating the palms back. Continue to hold this bowl of soup with your pelvis. Observe the accordion breath. One more breath here. The inhale lifting you up. Exhale, either stay here or sit. We'll come up one more time. Spread through all the toenails. Inner thighs roll back. Lift through the pelvic floor, holding that bowl of soup with the pelvis. Inhale, shoulders up and back. Elbows in, pointing the tailbone down. Observing the accordion, filling out the back ribs. Stretching the muscles between the ribs, deepening the capacity for the breath. Either stay here or extend the arms back. Rotate the palms back for the next 2 breaths. Inhaling up. Exhale, either stay here or sit. And now we'll set up for a choice of pigeon. I'm going to find seated pigeon. So either the shins crossed, or just depending on if this works for your hips, you'd cross the ankle, right ankle on the left thigh. Feeling the imprint of each part of your body on the sand. Observing the breath deepening across the base of the nostrils to the pit of the abdomen. Exhaling, softening and deepening. For the seated pigeon, you can explore a rounded spine or lengthened spine, slightly arching the back, hips sink. Observe the oceanic sound of the breath and let your movements be about creating more space for the breath. Watching the breath as if you're watching the ocean waves. Hearing the oceanic sound across the throat. Two more breaths here. Watching the waves, letting the inhale start to lift you out, and undoing in a way that just feels releasing through the hips, shoulders, as you set up the other side. If you're placing the ankle, make sure the ankle is straight. Feeling the imprint of your seat or whatever is touching the ground and the sand. Observing the breath passing across the base of the nostrils to the pit of the abdomen. The inhale deepening, the exhale deepening. For this seated pigeon, you can explore rounded and long spine. You can explore that in single pigeon as well. Inhale, deepening. Exhale, deepening. Hips sink. Watching the breath like you're watching the waves of the ocean. Oceanic sound across the throat. Two more breaths here. With your inhale, letting that float you up, undoing, as if you're floating in the ocean, across the ocean, feeling the waves flowing through where the hips would meet the thighs. Let's come onto our backs. Knees together, feet apart, arms in a soft W. Waiting for the inhale to fill the belly. Exhale, let the knees gently fall to the right. Use the back of your left hand to lengthen the buttocks flush forward. For a quad stretch on the back or on your left thigh, heel toe the left foot back a few times and then actively use the top of your left hand to lengthen the buttocks flush down. That protects the low back and deepens the stretch. You could either keep the hand there or return the arm to a W. Imagine you're floating on the surface of the ocean. Feeling the gentle bobbing of the ocean swaying you. A deep inhale. Exhale, softening through the mouth open, breath steaming off the roof of the mouth. If the back foot was heel-toed back, heel-toe it in. Right hand to the outer knee, inhale the knees up. Exhale the knees to the left, gently. Option to heel-toe the right foot back. Use the back of your right hand to lengthen the buttocks flush forward to protect the low back and deepen the stretch on the quad. You can keep the hand here or return the arm to a soft W. Imagine you're floating on the surface of the ocean, allowing yourself to be bobbed and swayed. Observing the breath. An even deeper inhale. Exhaling through the mouth, the breath steaming off the roof of the mouth. Heel toe that back foot in. Left hand to the knee, pick the knees up. Knee side to side. Notice how this feels on the low back. And we'll find a spinal twist to bring the knees in to the chest. And then if the shoulders are tighter, you'll keep the knees parallel. For a deeper stretch in the shoulders, cross the right thigh over the left. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the knees over toward the left elbow. Keeping the knees a little higher than the hips will stretch into that middle upper back and back of the shoulder. Rotate the back, arm a little lower than the shoulder. Observing the accordion breath. And you're just watching it. Feel the side body lifting the shoulder, The back shoulder releasing down with the exhale. Can you feel some of that accordion breath on the left side as well? Two more breaths here. The exhale a little longer than the inhale. Beautiful. On your inhale, look at your knees and let your back fingertips trail along the sand to your hip. Roll onto your back. Undo your legs, rock side to side. We'll take the other side, either keeping the shins parallel, cross the left thigh over the right, inhaling. Exhale, knees over to the right elbow. Knees a little higher than the hips. Axis is that middle upper back shoulder, back of the shoulder area. Back arm, palm rotated back, arm a little lower than the shoulder, soft elbow. Observing the accordion breath. Just observing, maybe it even surprises you with how expansive that accordion gets. How it lifts the shoulder and releases the shoulder down. Noticing the accordion breath on the right side as well. One more breath here. On your inhale, look at your knees, slide your back fingertips across the sand to your hip. Roll on to your back, rock side to side. Place your feet down. Hug your right knee in, stretch the left leg long. Hold your leg, shoulders back and down. Holding your leg, coming home to yourself. Release that foot down, hug your left shin in toward that same side hip. Stretch the right leg long, shoulders back and down. Holding your leg, coming home to yourself. Place that foot down. Place both feet down under the knees, setting up for a final relaxation, Shavasana. You can either stay here, let the knees rest on each other, or use your thumbs, lengthen the buttocks, flesh forward. Extend the right leg, release it open. Extend the left leg, release it open. Use your hands to lengthen the back of the neck so the forehead and chin are level. Rotate the right palm out. Rotate the left palm out. A little wiggle of the body, relaxing. Inhaling from the toes to the crown of your head. Exhale, let it all go. Let the brow be smooth. The eyes soften. Softening through the jaw. The jaw dangles from the ears. The base of the tongue softens and widens. Upper palate hollow. collarbones drift apart. And imagine you're floating on the surface of the ocean, letting the bobbing and swaying move you, observing your inhale deepening. And as you exhale, notice the limbs float away from the midline. Letting go a little more and a little more. Drop in. Sarvamango Mangole Siwe Tino Bile Triumphige Sayo Nara Namo No Site Shanti Shanti Slowly allow the breath to deepen. Wiggle the tips of your fingers and toes. Gently bend your knees. Hug them in, roll over to your side. Notice the nurturing quality of this position. And slide your top hand to the earth. Press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Feeling the sun warming your skin. Place a hand over your heart, a hand over your belly. Resting your attention in your heart center. And feeling the warmth here in your heart center. Feeling the warmth from your own hand. And sending this warming energy to someone in your life. We'll seal our practice with the sound of 3 ohms, ohming from our heart center, inhaling 4 ohm. Hands to heart center. Feeling into what this gesture means for you. Soft bow. I bow to the presence within you. And I thank you for being here.